I'm here with Hamilton Spectator columnist Steve Milton. And Steve, big win for the Ticats tonight over the Argonauts. Tell me what happened.
Well, one ugly, sort of. I mean, they controlled the game more than the scoreboard showed. I think it flattered the other team. I think their ability to strike and strike big is suddenly becoming... I don't want to say that's who they are, because it's only been 2 games, but they're taking what the other team 3 times tonight. The Argos gave them things, and they made them pay for all 3 of those things. The only one actually they didn't was that crazy play, I think. Or did they make them pay on that one?
Yeah, they did.
They made them pay. That's 4 times in the night they made them pay for things that the Argos gave them. And I think they came out ready, and you kind of wondered if the pregame crap had anything to do with that.
Yeah, I think it did. I mean, talking to Ray Williams and Avon Coburn afterwards, I think that they felt disrespected going in. And I think that the Ticats were careful not to respond to it necessarily. But I think, they did feel that the Argos had disrespected them, and they wanted to make a point with that, and so I think they did that.
And I think, as we talked about before the game, on the last video, that the only time you can do that is very early in the game, the very early parts of the game. So I thought that it was a good win for Hamilton, and it sets up sort of the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, now next week against Winnipeg at home on Friday night, I mean, what does this mean? I mean, where are the Ticats at, and what is this team about now?
Well, their destiny is almost completely in their own hands. The only way, with respect to Winnipeg, it isn't. But if you go and beat Winnipeg next week, given that they came off of the loss to the Argos last week, then the loss to Montreal, that will be a complete batting around the order in the Eastern Division that Winnipeg will have lost. Because they have the tiebreaker, that one's a bit out of your hands, but it's within your grasp. It's totally in your hands against Montreal, because if they beat them next time, they'll have caught them, and they have the season's tiebreaker. So that's what's changed in the last week and a half. Everything is now in their own hands, and I would say even finishing ahead of Winnipeg is in their own hands.
Certainly an interesting night at the Rogers Centre. For the Hamilton Spectator, I'm Drew Edwards with Steve Milton.